together. You and I, nothing comes easy, nothing comes easy. You and I will end up here together.
Hi. Oh wait, I forgot to turn on my tracker. There we go. That's good. Hi. It's time for more Final Fantasy XIV. Although we will be doing we will be doing a limited time event today. And afterwards, who knows, maybe we'll continue the Hildibrand quests. Let's go to Limsa, and I'll just pull up the game. There's my music player. Oh, there go my frames. To the aft castle. Oh, speaking of which, I need to actually use command. I need to actually put the message up into the YouTube. Oh, Cherry did actually put it in there. It's just she was too quick, so it didn't pop up on the chat overlay. So, me. Okay, I've got the lot. I know I have played through for the quest before on my fresh start playthrough account, but that was just to make sure I had it with potato. Oh. I should run. A journey to remember. Remumu has caught wind of a promising story and seeks an adventurer to help separate fact from fiction. This quest is available for a limited time only. I should honestly, for this sort of stuff, I should use the voice of the narrator from the Stanley Parable. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment? I'm Remumu with the Harbor Herald. And judging by your dress, you're one of those well-traveled adventurers I've heard so much about. No doubt one as worldly as yourself has heard the rumors of an unusual warrior maiden from the Far East. Danger constantly follows in her footsteps. The Far Easterners I've spoken with claim her dress and fighting style are nothing they've ever seen. You know what happened the last time a strange warrior from unknown lands came to Eorzea? That upstart Petter Winsome practically stole the parchment from my desk to write his story. Our readership soon doubled, and he's been regarded as the Harbor Herald's finest reporter ever since. It should have been my story, and I'll be damned if he beats me to this one. But following her is as dangerous as it sounds. I'll need an adventurer like you to keep me safe. If you're interested, meet me down at Costa del Sol. That's where she was last spotted, so that's where I plan to start. Quest accepted! So yeah, time to go too. No, not to the 8 recurrence menu. Yes, I have an apartment now as well. It's not decorated yet, so I'll need to do that first. Oh shit, I need to hurry. Flying shark. Ah, you're here at last. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. She was just here a few bells ago or so, I was told. Look over there. Could it be? There she is. Begging your pardons. Please, do not think me strange for asking, but tell me you're close to Selbina, or perhaps Maura. I fear I am hopelessly lost. Selbina? Maura? Sorry, dear, but you're on the eastern shore of Hildibrand. East of the Nosha, to be precise. I take it you're the far eastern traveler that's been the talk of the taverns as of late. You've cut quite the warpath through Eorzea, from what I've heard. Yes, I hail from the far east, but Hildibrand? Lenosha? I cannot recall such names. Though, truth be told, I cannot recall much of anything since awakening in these strange surroundings. By Bark's beard! You mean, you've lost your memory? I remember. My name is Iroha. Iroha. I'm training the way to Glaive, though I feel I am still a novice. Before awakening here, I was on a mission to... Forgive me. It is hard to make sense of what little I can recall. The only clear thoughts in my mind are of Master and a powerful technique I labor to perfect. Amatsu Kyori. I am certain it is essential to completing my mission. Interesting you'd remember training above all else. Perhaps that's the key. If you continue to practice your master's teachings, it stands to reason the other related memories might come back to you. I recalling my mission by first recalling master's teachings. Yes, it does seem plausible. But I do not doubt many of the teachings I learned have a specific purpose. It would only be a matter of focusing on this particular one. That's the scoop we've been looking for! A Far Eastern warrior on a special mission. What if we're in danger? This isn't some fairy tale like Better's story. People need to know. But she's no good to us if she can't remember anything. Help her so we can get to the bottom of this. Take this map before you go. Training won't do you any good if you get lost now, will it? Your kindness is greatly appreciated. Thank you. The journey alone in this strange land would be a trial all its own, I am sure. Might we explore the shore south of here? I recall mentioned that the beach was an excellent place for training. Something about the aquatic wildlife being suitable for sparring. If the creatures here are similar, I would very much to try my hand against them. And I trust you'll ensure she has every opportunity to do so. Now, don't let me keep you. The sooner she remembers her mission, the better. When she's had her fill of combating critters along the coast, perhaps you should rest in Limsa where it's safer. Bulwark Hall should do nicely. It's the first place she'll see after coming through the gates. Okay. And I took too long, so the fate has expired. Which means now we must play the waiting game. This beach is somehow familiar. Sick. But there's no time for talk. The crabs come. I am reminded of a tale from long ago. Of fledgling adventurers who would fight crabs like these to better themselves. I pray our training is as successful as theirs was. Two. Like, ever shall we rise? She wants to see Greg. I will not fail. I believe that will suffice for now. Fighting alongside such a seasoned warrior has been educational. I am grateful that you chose to accompany me. See you in Limsa Lominsa. Iroha? Training at the beach was invigorating. It has been too long since I enjoyed such sport. Fighting alongside one so well versed in the arts of war. I would like to think I improved my form by following your example. At first I doubted crabs would be suitable for practice. But I was quite wrong. Testing my strength against their hardened shells, swing after swing, over and over again. I could easily spend days or even weeks at a time battling them. If only I could remember who suggested this training regimen. Oh my, what a peculiar stone. I sense something within it. Something familiar. Something dark. Oh! It's echo time. A grueling battle in the cold against evil made manifest. A lord of shadows, long dead yet somehow resurrected. The fate of the realm hanging in the balance. I remember. Yet I'm not convinced these visions relate to my mission. Why would Master entrust me with a means to slay such a foe? The answers must lie within my memories. They have to. All the more reason I must hurry to complete my training and perfect the Matsukuri. While waiting for your arrival, I asked a couple travelers from Gridania, I think, where I might find creatures of a more dark and unusual nature. They told me of a place called Hawk Manor, a cursed estate whose grounds play host to various sorts of hellish monsters. These creatures sound like promising opponents, full of the fury and cunning I would expect in a true battle. Now then, let us be off. When we are finished, we can meet in the nearby town. Oh no. Iroha. That should help. Oh, there we have Iroha. Or maybe just, Nope, that floating eye is throwing... That floating eye was pissing me off. 'Tis as if the very air is tainted by darkness. Minions of the Shadow Lord, from whence did they come? More of them! I will not fail. Turbo Tors. Poison. Right. These demons, they call to mind another story. Surpasses limits, a great samurai once fought such fiends. Perhaps by defeating these demons, I can do the same. Condemnation! It would seem we have driven them back. Alas, I could scarcely match your pace. This would not do. There must be a way for me to improve more quickly. Hildred, let me in. Judgment bolts and lightning. Thank you, and once again aiding in my training. To witness such majesty and grace on the battlefield is truly inspiring. It served as a wonderful lesson in combat. Here's I think another crystal? Oh, you found yet another strange stone. Yes, it radiates a warmth much like the last. The color is... Wait, you hear that? Prish! What a long and arduous journey to get over a young... A long and arduous journey to get over a young girl. This vision is not what I expected. We fought many battles together, but we're not alone. No, I dare say our comrades were well beyond counting. But what business would I, a lowly student, have undertaking such missions? I cannot make sense of it. Still, I must thank you for this. Before meeting you, I was hopelessly lost, smothered by a fog of fear and uncertainty. But now I have your light to guide me. You have brought me yet another step closer to completing my training and unlocking the memories still dormant within me. After speaking with a few of the patrons here before you arrived, I believe I found the perfect place to continue honing my skills. The Sagoli Desert. But if what I was told is true, a creature of unspeakable terror roams the sands. They say its strength is impossible to gauge, as no one lives to tell of its great might. But together I believe we can lay the beast low. When we have finished, we can take a hard-earned rest in Ul'dah. Oh, I know where you're gonna go, in that case. Let's go to camp. No, wait, I need to go to Fanalan. Forgotten Springs, Southern Fanalan. Fear and Odin in the Shroud. Oh no, I think it's about to spawn. Or it just ended. Judging by the direction Hero is walking, it just ended. It just ended. Circuit breaker. Here we are waiting. Mammoth number 001. Even this automaton's gobby bag is bigger than yours. Speak of the devil. There it is. Oh, look, over there. Could it be? It is Circuit, an infamous beast and slayer of countless men. Take that! Swift Bloom! Oh, now you've done it! A million souls sing to me! Go on, Pictomancer! Give me them! think we managed to defeat such a foe. Yeah, it kinda hurts. And yet, I find that there's something within me that's still wanting. I must find a way to overcome this. I must find my way home. To Ul'dah. To the quick hand. To the quicksand. So a double click. Hmm? Oh, that unlocks Vipe. That unlocks Reaper. Iron. Iroha. There are no words to express my gratitude for your assistance. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine confronting the legendary circuit. If not for you, I would be but one of the countless victims who succumbed to its poisonous sting. Another stone. He comes to me now. A mortal struggle, forbidden magics uttered in a final bid for salvation. It all makes sense now. The pitched battles, the arduous journeys, the fellowship of adventurers. It was not my life that I recalled, but rather the tales of a great hero I mistook as myself. I suspected such feats were too extraordinary to be my own, and memories held within this stone have removed all doubt. They were of a journey into the past, one that revealed a horrible truth I dare not repeat aloud. And now remember my home, Vanadiel. It's not some territory or continent, but an entirely different world. My true memories return to me now. It's all thanks to you. More importantly, I believe I now understand how to wield Amatsu Kyori. It should not be long before my path home is clear to me as well. But first I must see my training to its completion. While waiting here, I heard unsettling stories of a foul beast terrorizing Bronze Lake. This is the perfect opportunity to put into practice everything I have learned. Today is the day I wield the power of Amatsu Kyori. After this last endeavor, let us meet in Limsa Lominsa. A hop, skip, and a jump. Actually, I'm gonna maintain the same look no matter what throughout this entire quest line. On your guard. I sense a dark presence. There! And it's not alone! But I am not alone either. I will deal with the dragon. Pray attend to the eye. A million souls sing to me. I fear I'm nearing my limit. No, I did not come this far to fail now. I will return to my world. To Master. Power. It fills me. Power of Amatsu, Kyori. It's on! It's on like... Oh, this thing's got the look. Whoops. I'm basically soloing this boss. At last, my training's complete, and it's all thanks to you. You're always there to keep me on the path. I would speak with you more, but not here. Let us make for Limsa Lominsa. Now, will it be Bulwark Hall or will it be the quicksand? Well, oh no, wait, the drowning wench. Judging by the fact that the quest marker doesn't point me upstairs, it's down here. At last, the power of the Matsukyori is mine to command, and my memories are slowly but surely returning. None of this would have been possible if not for your unwavering guidance. To think I could have forgotten a mission so vital. My resolve was unyielding. My mind focused on the task before me. In the end, I fear I may have jeopardized all I hold dear. As I told you earlier, my home is, or rather was, a world known as Vanadiel. Try as we might, its destruction could not be forestalled. But fate saw fit to give me one last chance. I was allowed to travel back in time, to escape the past before the darkness had consumed all. Together with the heroes of the past, I knew the tragedy could be averted, just as it had been so many times before. Master was the greatest of them all, a hero without equal, whose grand adventures I mistook as my own memories. I can't help but I'm still forgetting something else important. Something that happened to Master. I suppose in time it will come to me. Before I leave, may we go ahead and speak with Remumu? If not for her insistence, I would have been bereft of your assistance. It would be rude to not extend my thanks to her as well. To the drowning wench, please. I cannot shake the feeling that I'm once again forgetting something. But I suppose it won't matter when I return. Oh. Iroha told me the good news. Her memory is, for the most part, restored. Perhaps more importantly, her training is complete. If you hadn't come with me to Costa del Sol, I dare say she'd still be swinging at crabs along the beach. Now that I have you here, I would very much like to talk to you about my about what you were doing before we arrived. How exactly did you come to be here in Eorzea? Yeah, about that. You say you went back in time trying to save your world. Yes, you have the right of it. No life was spared by the darkness. None save for mine, that is. Fate intervened and I was sent back to the past, to a time where I could find heroes capable of saving Vanadiel. That is how I was reunited with Master. Though at a much earlier time than I anticipated. The last thing I remember is a fierce battle in a strange light. When next I awoke, I was here. To be torn away from Master when I was needed most. My heart feels like it may have burst. How awful! You were close then. Master was like family to me, and an exceptional warrior besides. I've spent my entire life striving to be such a hero, and live up to the legends I so fondly remember. Memories? It all began with a stone, or so the story goes. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. The world entered an age of bliss. That is, until the gods fell into slumber. That world is my home, Vanadiel. It was the home of three great nations, the Kingdom of Sandoria, the Republic of Bastok, and the Federation of Windhurst. Powerful as they were, though in times of strife they would turn to a single hero, my master, the Warrior of Light. Of course. Be it a demon of rage seeking vengeance, or a spiteful god or destruction, Master was always there to pull us back from the brink of oblivion. That stacks up. So long as there is light and life in the world, the legends of Vanadiel's greatest hero will live on. 'Tis little wonder those stories were the first to spring back to my mind. I have all but memorized them, but no matter how many times I asked, you would always... Oh, please excuse me, for a moment when I looked at you, something in your eyes reminded me of Master and I... Don't worry yourself over it. I imagine our friend here has often has that effect on people. Honestly, you would be closer than you think. I realize how ridiculous this seems. Anyone in their right mind would think it's some fanciful dream. But for me, this world is the dream, and now it's time to awaken. When next I open my eyes, I will be home, in Vanadiel, once more at Master's side. This may just be a dream, but it is one I shall never forget. Thank you for everything. Well, did it work? Nope. Would seem I'm not yet ready to return. Is this perhaps the will of the goddess? Who knows? If it's by her will, then so it shall be. I vow to work hard every day to become a warrior worthy of your teachings. Then, when the time comes, we shall meet here. Meet again, here, in Eorzea, or perhaps in the waking world. She thinks this is a dream. There goes the greatest story I'll never get to write. An adventure from another world, traveling back in time to save her people. Who's going to believe such a silly tale? I'll leave the flights of fancy to Petir. But for her sake, I hope she finds her way home. Wherever that may be. Quest complete! Let me in, Maiden. I need to do something real quick. Amatsu Haidate. There we go. I got the full Amatsu set in here, which is available from this menu. Open Armoire. Exclusive Extras, Seasonal 5. There we go. Now, on with the quests. Slash title. Actually, I should do it individually. It's time to do some more Hildibrand stuff. Now, where was it again? Oh yeah. Last I was over in Fanalan. South, I think. No, wait, central. Or was it west? Yeah, it was west. Go to Horizon. Hmm? What's this? The greatest story never told. Okay, that's a level 1 quest. The Weaponsmith of Legend. Oh, that's a Nedrick quest, of course. I'm gonna go to the wettest place in Fennel. I'm gonna go to the wettest place in Eorzea, Camp Drybone. Because I swear it was there. Nope, not that. South? Is it back in Little Alamigo? Yeah, that does feel like it's journal. Complete. Side quests. I'm gonna have to look up because I forgot where the next quest is. Mandeville men. Northern Fanalan. Ah. I was wrong. Eastern. Central Northern Fanalan. Camp Blue Fog. There we go, Mandeville men. Okay, I'm not gonna go. Okay, I shouldn't go ahead and dress up in the Yamatsu set. I should be dressed like a gentleman. There's Nashu, there's Greg. Are you really going to do the Manderville? Oh, I can't wait! What manner of man can be summoned only through dance? The time has come for you to do what only a Manderville can. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade. For I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen Chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. All right. Oh, this is so humiliating for him. Fancy yourself a Manderville man? Would you do what only a Manderville can? And lift your legs, put up your hands, and be a Manderville man. He comes. Godbert Manderville. By the 12, his own false balls is only in his small clothes. You've naught to fear from me, not at all. The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? Wait, I know you. He of strong yet tender fingers. Oh, I should check this. But more importantly, how in the hell did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? By the grace of fall, what sorcery is this? He yet lives. Hildibrand, Helena, Maximilian Manderville! Oh, there he is. Suplex. Cartoon logic, I swear. Of course, he's stuck in the ground again. 10 years, Hildibrand. 10 years since you left home and 5 since I learned of your trip to Talamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son? You're Hildy's father. Godmother the Godsmith Cuthbert's the goldsmith's a Mandeville man. A smithing is only a Mandeville can. Oil him up and give it a 10 fit for a Mandeville man. Hey! Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. This antique vase must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria. Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. Whoa! The man is magic. What can I say? Hold your applause until the end. Paragot, guide my hammer. It's better than ever. Look how it sparkles in the twilight. How it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value. Nonsense! I've taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others, too, innocent people whose weapons were carelessly ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you had put away your childish dreams. No matter. You will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, father. I can be naught else. Mr. Godbert, sir. I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildibrand help with the investigation. We cannot say that for certain, can we? Mayhap she will take a liking to this reimagining. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to put my skills against his. And Kiru as well, I should think. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad am I to have met you, Greg. Now let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me, I shall follow anon. To Vesper Bay, which means to Horizon. Because I don't have any A-Ride tickets left for this location. I was dumb enough to toss them. Mayhap Miss Maria should be the one to present the vase. I hope she likes it. There you go. Careful now. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? Don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Hulda. Not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... Gaudy trash! Lord Mandeville, sir. I did not realize you had arrived. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy. Oh wait, wrong voice. I pray my humble abode meets your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady. It does indeed. Especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. I would go as far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Fawn Dynasty collection. What a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandevilles do so take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. What? Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildibrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist's threats? Enough expository banter, I say. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildibrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Mandeville, the man who took Yolande's Quivon seat on the syndicate. It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years, of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts which consenting Inspecting Briardian. Inspector Briardian. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Dorilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the treaty blade through a merchant named Jojonpa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Dorilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment a thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real treaty blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. Mayhap we could use some more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? Ah, the thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Curfus. Then I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. Oh, Masha looks like she's about to... Pray forgive my lateness. Wait, I need to press one. Greg, my good man. What a pleasure to see you again. We've just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wearing brute dressed in... a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit. Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Ah, what reasons indeed? It's enough to make a gentleman laugh. The Free Collectors. Inspector Hildibrand would have you accompany him to Curfus. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly smallfolk, in accordance with Inspector Briardian's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once. That damnable demon bird continues to elude me, but no longer. Soon I shall claim my revenge and weapon both. I am going to hit the ad break now. So. See you in a bit. While I go ahead and reconfigure the audio. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and fly up to Camp Dragonhead. And we're back. Sergeant. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice. I take it you are one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade. Clearly, you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But, sir, Bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will of course summon you, after administering the requisite beating. Haha. Good, you're still... Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief, as are we. Come, Nashu. We too must answer the call of duty. You look like you might actually be useful. I don't have a word with my man near the east gates. We're undermanned over here. Any halberd-wielding mummers shall answer to me. Did you see that just now? No? I don't think my eyes were playing tricks on me, but there's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector, over here, look! What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see. Aha, I see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friends. Is aught amiss? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment we thought you might have spotted our thief. Come now, shall we have lingered here over long? We must egress post haste. I don't know, Hildibrand, it looks a bit... Is that actually a seat? Yes, it is. There's naught out of the ordinary here either. No luck, I have scoured every ilm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildibrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he is waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By the 12, is that the self-same spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It was buried in the snow. Well, I cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs. I will be duly armed should worst come to worst. Now then, we'll begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. Take your post, my good man, and entrust your safety to me. Inspector Hildibrand is ready for battle. Cool, it's cold out here. Let us have a look. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the selfsame creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other respects it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musketed barrel. It was one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Oh, how I yearn to reclaim it. The strongest of spears. Hildibrand? That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears! I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Yeah, now you call me Shirley. No matter, give it to me. Give it to me. This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. And then we are at an impasse. You think I'm pressing a button, but no, this is in-game. One moment. Can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Selly, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man, who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. He figured it out. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him. A confession to what? I have done naught wrong. Bah, you all are beyond reason. Ah, yes, my plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless. His capture will be the coup de grace. Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin crossing is still impossible. I know who you are. Even if that imbecile doesn't, let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Nashu? Which way did he go, Knazy? Did you see? His name really isn't really Greg, is it? No, it's Gilgamesh. Oh, he's in the ground again. Nashu? Miss Ellie? Oh, my good man, it's a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. Ah, the steps of faith. Right? God, it's bright. Hello again, buddy. Yes, it was I behind these doors this whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At the last, I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best me and you may have the spear. Fail and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. Aye, I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage. For Gilgamesh, it is a beginning time. Well, you're trapped now. Battle on the big bridge. Battle on the big bridge. Greg, you are going down. Three tanks, one healer. Let's fucking go. We got a main tank and two offs.
Go on, NQ. It's Toad, your favorite. Fine, I admit it. Fighting all 8 of you is just too much for me. Not? Ha! I lied! Everything! Why, I've been had! This is far from as strong as your spears. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious! I, just remembered something.
must say, I quite enjoy these puzzles. I feel we've gained an understanding. I will
Found you silly! Ha ha ha!
Rocket punch!
He's about to...
Rocket punch!
Ribbit. Ribbit. Rarebit!
I won't go down so easily.
Rarebit.
Well then. That's enough of a beating for now.
What? Damn it, he got away. Why, Greg? Why? Are you dead again, Inspector? How many swords did he drop while... Wait, doesn't that one there look just like Eleazar's sword? Even to my untrained eye, it's obviously a counterfeit blade. So is this one? This one, what in the world? Alone yet still armed. In any case, he seemed satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. It's foggy. Miss Gerilda. Ah, 'tis more magnificent than I imagined. 'Twill make a fine addition to my collection. Uh-oh. They're at each other's throats again. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Briardian. Why didn't you wait for me at the docks? We were tricked. Why are you staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where's my treaty blade? Didn't we just give you the treaty blade? A mask. Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Taking advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade. Only the halberd. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What's it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring. If the man in red did not send a challenge, then who did? Briardian just got hit. Ah! I believe this is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Briardian. Piss off. 400 years have I slept, 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine, I've come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. The design and wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Farewell! I, and I alone, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. You're a challenger! Stand and face me, you buffoon! And that is how... How dare you laugh at a time like this, after allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen? And you, Maria. Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro. A pair of gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy, not bad at all. You are indeed a Mandeville man. Godbert. Mark my face, O phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the... Next time on Gentleman Hero, Hildibrand. The fiend dares lay claim to the fair maiden's virtue. As seeds of jealousy quicken with an inspector's soul. Can true love bloom on this battlefield? Will this Mandeville man find his Mandeville wife? Hildibrand will return in A Case of Indecency. Okay, that was not supposed to happen. Hey! What are the clothes those men were wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair. I guess we'll find out next time. Ellie. The business of betrothal. Ellie has put her skills as a reporter to good use. Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigating of my own since we last parted. I believe I found our Lapis Maiden. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of one Master Gugurimu, a prominent member of the East Aldnar Trading Company. Her eyes and hair are a most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently her father is the overprotective sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. But all this is about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed. And not just to anyone, mind you. To the heir of the Bruguiere Consortium. A formal announcement is said to be made at a commemorative feast, to be jointly hosted by the two family businesses. The venue is Costa del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is that the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It is here that the thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, haven't I? Have I? Sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa del Sol overseeing the preparations. This one is a scoop I'm not going to miss, and you're welcome to come along. To Costa del Sol again. To Eastern Lenosha. Oh, every patch has a new Hildibrand adventure, apparently, in A Realm Reborn. This is Master Gugurimu of the East Aldnar Trading Company, and father of the bride. Let's see what he can tell us. You're not one of my associates. The banquet isn't for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Beg pardon, good sir. My name's Ellie, a reporter for the Mithril Eye. If I might just have a moment of... Ah, yes. A two-gill sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled phantom thief and his letter of challenge. If you've come to tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. Of course, brass blades. The brass blades of Gerbera. An elite youth of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief will be his last. If the thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Consulting Inspector Briardian, your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, do you propose? I have promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. To renege on my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit of your precious gil. Oh, Marsh is over there. Very well. Let's see if your reputation is deserved. But consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you'll ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi. And that is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge, a precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells that our thief is an attention seeker, with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the traitor blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst. Having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast, I've already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Venice, would be an obvious target for her thief. So too would be his father, Morgant. Yalto Notel and his wife, Sainana, the guests of honor. We'll give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Guremu himself. Finally, we have Leeuwenhart, the steward of Guremu's estate, and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. We will be questioning the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you were to report back to me at once. Oh, I think it's one of these guys then, because Hildibrand is getting along swimmingly with them. Hildibrand Mandeville, I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Briardian. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary and undercover investigative work. Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease. Yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the Maiden's honor as only a mandeville man can. He does realize there's still a fish on his head, doesn't he? Good, Inspector. I realize we may have not seen eye to monocle in the past. But a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another. Let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me? Assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do try not to do anything too stupid in my absence with you. I would speak with you, but not here. I will be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. It's not by fate's whimsy that we have been reunited here today, friend. You were destined to be by my side as I apprehended the fiend and defended the fair maiden's virtue. Briardian. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to more important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. No answer will be easy. You were there when the Phantom Thief, in the guise of Lady Dorilda, stole off with the Tracy Blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you out as particularly noteworthy? The perfect mannerisms. Intriguing. Where most would point at the sheer physical perfection of the disguise, you turn an eye within. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this sewn that allows him to change appearances at will. And yet, like you, this was of secondary concern to me. From movements to mannerisms to that utterly obnoxious personality. The thief did not merely look like Lady Dorilda. He was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We are dealing with a clever and thorough criminal, not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise. He studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect that aught is amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, when preparations for the banquet began. This would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantom, Glazy. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? A brass blade. Precisely. Clearly you are far less useless than the bumbling inspector whose company you keep. Strong in number, few in words, able to come and go as they please. A fearsome reputation to scare away any who draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for a man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to his general security duties, each of the blades has been assigned to serve as bodyguard for one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would not have had the time to carry an unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Does this still count as Costa del Sol then? Wait, I saw. Yep. It's not lupus. Brass blade of the Gerbera. I knew it. It's the man in the middle. Riardio. Excellent. You are one of the less incompetent assistants I have worked with. Thank the gods! Please, free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive! There. Now tell me all that you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. We just arrived in Costa del Sol. Had a briefing of sorts. Master Gugurimu gave us each our orders. Who we'd be looking after and the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack on the back of my head. When I came to, here I was, stripped to my skivvies. Much to the chagrin of those who have to look at you. You say you received orders from Master Gugurimu, who was to be your charge. My memory's a bit hazy. One was Morgaunt, father of the groom. The other was a Lalafellin gent from Limsa. Yalto Nolto. Now try your best to remember. Was there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yes, there was also the steward, Leeuwenhart. I was to review with him the schedule of events. Discuss the protection, key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgan, Yalto Nolto, and Leeuwenhart. Thank you. For the incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. I shall seize this man back to the city and into possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go ahead of me, and for the love of the gods, make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. What? There's Iroha. Hildibrand? There you are, my friend. And not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did you and Inspector Briarion's avenue of inquiry bear fruit? Morgan, Yalto, Nolto, and the steward Leeuwenhart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I'd consider him all exceptionally suspicious from the start. If the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildibrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the inspector returns. Ah, there's one of the suspects standing suspiciously under the canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend, I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue you are. Oh, gods. Morgan. Step back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of the tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill, and that you might record every word as I employ the time-honored art of parley, handed down from Mandeville man of ages past, to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your blaverings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold, as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good evening, Master Gugurimu. What nonsense! Arabella is my daughter, you... Who in the seven hells are you anyway? Gods! Gods! Aha, now hold your chocobos, Gugurimu. I recognize the lad. This is Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, have ye? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude, eh, Venice? The phantom thief? Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite a beauty indeed. Indeed, to have such rumours told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effete, fashionably challenged youth. Most suspicious. He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. So that's my Vanice. Ever calm in the face of danger. Truly his father's son. A worthy heir to the Bruguiere consortium, and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Or family, should I say. Ho-ho! Which reminds me, Master Vanice, Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket, 'twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasures in the realm will be hers once we are wed. Oh. The time-honored Mandeville art of parley. We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Let's not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before constructing Yalto, Noto, and Leeuwenhart, who've aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. So, Nana? Oh, how I am looking forward to meeting Miss Arabella. They say many a song is sung of her beauty. Mind you, there was a song or two sung of me in my day. Yalton, Noto, and Leeuwenhart. One of the two wears a mask, but which? With a few words, all will be revealed. Renting out Master Gigaruju's private property would be almost unthinkable for most folk. But guild talks, and neither the Brigade Consortium nor the East Aldenar Trading Company are in danger of running their coffers dry. Oh! Not seeing your faces around here. With the East Aldenar Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, good sir. We're very much with them. Some might say we are the East Aldenar Trading Company. It's a pleasure to meet you. Do tell us, the Lapis Maiden is lovely as they say. Sainana here is no slouch herself, but but like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are my manners? Yalta Nolto the Brugere Consortium, and this is my wife Sainana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say this wedding, and the joining together of our family businesses, couldn't be happening at a better time. What with all manner of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, this is just the other day a shipment of imported foodstuffs was waylaid by the Mandragoras. Nasty buggers, the lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of... You have heard of the Mandragoras, haven't you? But of course. I once spent a year holding body and mind with the fist of Rauga. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra what's it today. And your food stalls were occasionally raided by a ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragoras, right? Yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithril and educate yourself from time to time? A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it they'll not rest until every fruit or vegetable has been harvested for consumption. Harvested from consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just a few days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, milady. I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Sainana. Forgive my wife, she's always saying how meat is bad for a figure. And with that, I'd best go prepare my speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy. None of those three were suspicious in the least. We must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. Now then, where was I? He of many faces will ask the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meeting. But this is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Briardion will be back any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let's investigate the foodstuffs which Master Lewenhart spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briardion will be back before long. Come, Nasher, it's no time to delay. Look at this, now there's water, now there isn't. Now there's water. Some of those coconuts don't look like coconuts. One moment, cat. Nope. No. Out. Down. Up. Yeah. Hold so. These crates must contain the foodstuffs of which Master Lewenhart spoke. At a glance, they do not appear to be particularly suspicious, but our investigation must not be deterred. Bombs! Bombs! Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Lewenhart spoke true. You cads! No, those explosives I spy concealed amongst these coconuts. Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear we have found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Nice, you. Far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time, and I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu. But in this event, I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down over there. And concentrate on taking your notes, like the astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Briardian is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to a fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Briardian explode a fiery demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. There's Briardian. Briardian. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspect and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. Uh-oh. And now to run the ad break that was so sorely overdue. I'll help with these. There we go. There we go, we're back. So Hildibrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Indeed. But enough about Hildibrand. Kinesi and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We can go somewhere quiet and... Excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes, that spot just over there by the crates should suffice. There of all places? Surely we could find somewhere more scenic. I'm not here on vacation. I am here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector, privacy indeed. Bloody hells! Don't worry, Kinesi. I'll figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs. Uh-oh. I think the tide's rising. We really should move to higher ground. Yeah. It's just me, or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Uh-oh. Does the questioning of a brass blade attacked by a quarry? For the questioning of a brass blade attacked by a quarry. I have identified the three individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To it, Morgant, Aldonaldo, and Leeuwenhout. The three of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over. Are the two of you listening? Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Hilly. Perhaps you were right too. I feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our conversation elsewhere. But there's no need. Wait here and I shall build us a fire. Methinks the Inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. And as fortune would have it, I just happen to have a flintstone on my person. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There is no cause for alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the Inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead to such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Whee, it's flying! Uh-oh. What have we here? It's a plan. Must be another town from the Fiend. Uh-oh. That's a very small FOV on the camera. Surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual cards, see? Doubtless it's just idle ravings of some madman. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. Give up hope, he of many faces will have last. It is not the Lapis Maiden alone that shall come to harm. It's more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. What is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. The final page? Confounding Inspector Boyardian will meet a fiery demise. The music cut out. Uh-oh. Ah! And he's gonna... Uh-oh. Perfectly on his head. Inspector Hildibrand. Do not move a muscle. Uh-oh. Fuck. You saw for the fiend's ruse. But how? Let's just call report his intuition. Are you hurt? How ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Hildibrand Mandeville. Were you able to learn aught of the fiend who had made its ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every inspector, yet I fear our quarry proves ever elusive. Excellent. I might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance. Yes, vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of the gods? False chief, those vegetables cost a fortune, and they're ruined! Ruined! Agent of inquiry, more like agent of injury and incompetence. You are to replace supplies that you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot in jail. Ah. Inspector, that was a bit too much. Clearly, our thief has decided that my prodigious intellect represents the greatest threat to his schemes. Perhaps he is more clever a man than I thought. How he survived an explosion at point-blank range? But something tells me that's one more mystery better left unsolved. Thanks to our quick thinking, the bombs are no more, and the inspector is none the wiser. It's a shame to see good food go to waste, though. Those coconuts look positively luscious. Is that a fish? I'm getting hungry. Low and hot. Ah, look, your suit's better again. What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not, the fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Kogorimo bets that the damaged supplies will be replaced with all speed. Good God! This is no thief, this is a madman. As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contained imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are in particularly short supply these days, what would the mandragoras at large? Even if I were to place the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The mandragoras? I have heard of that fell band. Tell me, what matter of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it very closely resembled the Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Lewenhart. Of course, our course of action is clear. We need only storm the den of these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of Gerbera proved unable to resist them. Oh, a formidable foe indeed. We're only there a brave soul in our midst with a wont for taking on fearsome enemies without a shred of concern for his own well-being. Your eyes, friend. They speak to me. They say, ah, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to their rightful owner. You truly are a godsend, adventurer. One Sundamol of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads from the Mandragoras. If anyone would have knowledge of their current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Gugurimu would like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you are my only hope. A gentleman would never let his comrade face danger alone. That is a way to Limsa together. Perfect. Right at the A-Fred Plaza. If you've come for the Mandragoras, I fear you're half a bell too late. That's all right, blast it all. To hear the poor merchant tell it, no sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check on a shipment of vegetables than did an onion turn on him. Screeching bloody murder. Fled his own vessel in sheer terror, he did. By the time he came to his senses, it had set sail without him. The merchant left for Ilport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you've a mind to go after the culprits, you might lend an ear to his sad tale. One moment, was I just mute performance? Because of course it's Atomic Kitten in there. Of course it's Atomic Kitten's band. tiny trader. Don't sneak up on me like that! I thought you were a feral turnip, a murderous eggplant, or something like that. I think I'll just do you. You'd be sick of a different too if a shot of tomato juice took out your eye, as it did mine. My eye! By the time I'd regained my wits, they'd already set sail on my ship and my livelihood. I'm ruined! Ruined! If I ever see another bleeding onion in my days, it'll be too soon. The seeds of rebellion. To hear most say it, the mandragoras are a nasty lot. Alright, paying the arse to farmers and provisioners the realm over. Let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Freeing their fellow frauds from our larders and tables is but the beginning. The bulbous blackguards have a fast and far grander scheme, revolution. Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Isles of Umbra and see with your own eyes. A vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fellow with a dim expression. I could swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me, if it ain't the undead overlord what fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you, aye. To be the adventure would best the thieving duelist in single combat. Well, bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true that duelists travel with a demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? Well, that's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on the notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. And that's exactly the fig we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the bud. And I mean that literally. As we speak, the mandragoras are planting themselves a whole army of their own kind on the Isles of Umbra. Could be doing the whole realm a favour he could go there and uproot them before the harvest comes. Many a case I have solved in my day. I've not matched wits with sentient plant life before. This should prove quite exhilarating. To the Isles of Umbra. To the Isles of Umbra. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Not again, Hildibrand. Friend, my pursuit of the mandragoras has led me beneath the surface. Yes, there must somewhere down there. Somewhere. And down he goes. You'll find your way back out, right, Hildibrand? Hi, Chaos Co. Back when we fought, my friend.
I only wish I'd seen the battle with my own eyes. You go ahead to the constant assault. I'll be able to see what's happening.
Let's bring this all back to Leeuwenhout. What took you so long, friend? Yeah, I was about a short sprint away. I trust you've brought along the goods we so bravely reclaimed. You return. I feared you might end up a tasty snack for a crazed head of cabbage. I'm doing the Hildibrand quests. Well, raising money, but it's not going well. The stolen foodstuffs. You saved my hide today. Oh, but I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Gugurimu is quite particular about his seasonings. The peppers have changed color. A striking shade of blue, quite far from the purples that Master Leeuwenhout described. Perhaps we will recover the concrete. Care Inspector, the crane is clearly marked for Costa del Sol. How curious. When I said purple, I meant a purplish blue, or bluish purple. The two colors really are quite similar when you think about it. These peppers have a most distinctive blue hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of fiber at the time. Ha! The charade is up! After the man! So I expect all along. The goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu, the fiend must be brought to justice. A saloon heart. You can run, but you cannot. But you cannot. Haha! If you could outsprint this man of a man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a tracer's blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done in by a snipper. A fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask. Where am I? Who are you? Playing the fool avail you not. I said, I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella that when... Miss Arabella! I don't know what's on my head. Ah. If that's the case. There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing Arquai, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had the time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. Aha! I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethe with anger at those who took from you what was yours. The imposter. Here our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and wait my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. Uh-oh. The game is afoot, inspectors. What's this mama's farce? Now what mask shall I wear to the ball? Speak with Arabella in Wineport. Do I dream? But I must, for such beauty cannot be of this world. Miss Arabella, I presume. Oh, I mean, there is Fantasia. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once. Oh, Lewin, always the worrier. Your concern is touching, but I am a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers. How lovely these flowers may be. They are as unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Please, call me Hildy. The pleasure of is mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella. But still your gentle heart. For as long as Hildibrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Mandeville name. The gods smile on me indeed. Sent such a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion. And yet... You seem pensive, milady. Is something the matter? To tell the truth, the marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vanis. Why, I've not even met him. He sent me this clasp as a betrothal gift. Treasure for my treasure, wear it always. The message said, I do not care how beautiful it is. Might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to you if you've not even met. Unconscionable. Father says this marriage must happen, and it is for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true Uldan. If I may be bold, milady. Would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. And he took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lewin in as well. Though a servant rather than son. You may think Father a cold and miserly man, but to me he's the man who gave me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love fans, if that'll make Father happy. You cannot be serious. Miss Arabella, you are a beautiful young woman with a whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol to see how the inspector's investigation fares. I, as well, must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. Track the gloves. Track the gloves. Hildibrand has been wearing gloves all the entire time, so that shouldn't be an issue. A case of indecency. We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time for our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Mandeville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. There's an art I would impart to you as well, friend. Though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it has in my investigations. Or failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me. See you over on Costa del Sol then. I'll finish this quest and then I'm gonna wrap for tonight. Inspector Briardian, I've seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I've canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. Suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for her own. There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. Inspector, Vance and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed's absence. That is nothing of my concern. Besides, the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up as you like? You know, like you always do. Inspector Briardian, I knew the day would come that you recognized my many talents. Why not about Master Vans? Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman must do what must needs be done. The poor soul lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now, to the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here, the servants' quarters. Not far from here, the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfectly easy. Find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. So the lapis maiden arrived yet. I must soon look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we'll certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Confirm. Confirm. Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me? I have a set of servant garb. I must ask you to put it on. For it's a disguise. Servant's garb, but why? Miss Arabella. With this thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony! Father will be furious, and Lord Vans. We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens, and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, we have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than his marriage. Whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Lewin, if father heard you say such things, I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I've put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but two skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well, I shall retreat to the carriage. You wait here for me. Apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Canesi, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now let us return before the festivities begin. Deliver the breathtaking dress to Hildibrand. Hildibrand? Ah, you return. I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vans at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? You know what to do with this. Why is this Miss Arabella's dress? I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it, but worry not. Oh, how so? I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that I must attend to Master Vans before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that Inspector Briardian and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Dear Swits, the usual, please. Thanks. I'll do that after stream because I'm gonna wrap after this quest, so. I was planning on wrapping up after this quest, so I'm gonna go ahead and refund that one. Because I'll be having a drink later. Curses! How am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates. No, just after this quest. 'Tis an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bruguer Consortium and the East All-North Trading Company. We trust you've been enjoying the fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. I mean, I could do that tomorrow, then. The Lapis Maiden. Even if half the tales of our beauty are true, Vance is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Also known to Sainana, honored guests. 'Tis a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son, Vance, future chair of the Bruguer Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of the Master Gugurimu of the East All-North Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows here today. The happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing for ages to come. Damn you, Hildibrand Manderville, you had one job. She's beautiful. What a rabble expecting otherwise. She is my bride after all. Only this quest. Milady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give your hand unto me. My son and stars. Yes, 1,000 times yes, I am yours and shall be forevermore. Ah! What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressed and deviant? Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenselessly before me. Game is up, Vance, or shall I call you by another name? The thief of many faces. Me? The thief? You mad? It appears my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Well, there's not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty. There are but 2 men in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugurimu, and her steward, Lewinhart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vance, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considering in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see from my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. And anyone else with half their wits about them? How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Gods, arrest that pervert at once! Lock him up in jail and throw away the key! Arabella, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. A glove on his right hand. Could it be? After him. Ah, the man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. That's the thief! Stop wasting your time on an imbecile and arrest him! Oh. Came all this way? For me? You loved me. You really, really loved me. Your attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for, and now I must away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear that the real Vance was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. Well, what, milady? The banquet was more exciting than I could have ever hoped for. Vance and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy, but living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildibrand, who taught me this lesson. Oh, for the love of the gods! Somebody find him a change of clothes! But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's charge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue. Yet in the end, he only took her neckpiece. Now that you mention it, Master Gugurimu told me about the clasp when it first arrived. Engraved with the mark of the sun goddess, it was one of the most treasured pieces from the Bruguiere collection, known by many as Hazima's virtue. The maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Two, three. This time the onion gets it. Over here, Inspector. It says, made you look. the Fiend places for fools. Give that to me at once. I keep switching between British and a French accent, and a mock French accent. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The Fiend attempted murder once, he may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words. When next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably the Phantom Thief, most certainly. Next time, on Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry. You've unlocked a parlay minigame. Enjoy yourself in as many wonderful manners before you by opening the toy chest in any inn room. Next time, on Gentleman Hero Hildibrand. So the victor goes a priceless treasure. While Smile of a Champion holds secrets untold. Are 8 legs better than 2? Can a Mandeville man triumph over terrors and win the day? Key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom, so be sure not to lose it. Wait. Is it a real key and a figurative one? At the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. And that is where we'll leave it for today. Now to figure out who... I know exactly who I want to raid out to. Someone I saw go live at around the same time as me. Celestial Aphelion, who is playing Darksiders. See you all tomorrow at 4 o'clock Central European Time, 3 o'clock British Summer Time, for an extra long episode. Good night.
Faster and faster,